Welcome back for another adventure in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We're in western North Carolina again today. My intention was actually to scale a waterfall that I've been hoping to get up for a while. I came out here today and it's about 30 degrees and there's snow on the ground. Not exactly what I was expecting. This is an area that we actually call Snow Globe, so it seems fitting for today. We're gonna go out there, wander the creek a little bit, try to find a cool spot to sit down, have a meditation session, relax out here in the woods for just a little bit. My first order of business though is to get down this sketchy, snow-covered, very steep hill to get over there to the creek. Let's do this. Wasn't too terrible, but gee whiz. Well, this is going to be my first really tricky area to get through. I've been up here before, but this tree in the middle was nice and dry. I was able to just walk along the tree and kind of hop over. Obviously that's not the case with the snow on it. Everything over there is covered in snow. Over here as well. I gotta try to figure out a way to safely get around this. Not really sure, to be honest. I might have to go up and around on the hill. There's the creek way down there. I couldn't figure out a way to get safely over that debris pile, so I actually had to come up the hill over there, and now we're just kind of tromping through the woods above the creek because that wasn't safe. Some pretty cool lichen going off this tree, and some of them got lucky and were a little sheltered from the snow. These guys up here got a nice little snow cap on them. Pretty cool vantage point. You can actually see where the snow line is receding. Any area that's gotten sunlight at this point, the snow is melted. Everything else below that line is still covered in snow. Behind me, all the way up the ridge, that's all still covered in snow. Well, we're gonna head this way a little bit. I gotta get back down into the creek. All right, we're gonna try to go down this steep slope to get back into the creek. A little sketchy looking, but that's where we gotta be. Oh man. All right. Home sweet home. Back into the creek bed. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get around this thing, I'm afraid. There's a giant tree. Probably gonna have to go up and over and come along the ridge. There's a big pool underneath it. There's no way that I can get through that without getting soaking wet. And it's still about 35 degrees out here. I'm not trying to do that. Pretty awesome tree though. I'm gonna have to head up the side of this thing Normally I would leave the camera down here, climb up, come back down, get it, but it looks really kind of cold and icy, and I'm not really sure it's a great idea to do that. What a crazy tree. It looks like we finally made it into our waterfall area. Thankfully. I always forget how steep that section of creek is. There's a trail coming in from over there. We're gonna work our way around to the waterfall. There's a trail coming into the waterfall from the upper parking lot. We came up through the creek system over here. And then over there behind that little ridge is where this waterfall is. Let's go see what this thing looks like. I'm excited to see it in the snow. That was quite a journey to get up here, but welcome to the snow globe. It's pretty awesome that there's snow on the ground. That's a rare treat for us these days. This is already twice this year, which is kind of crazy. This is where we're gonna do our meditation session as well. I'm gonna find a rock to sit down on, and we're gonna do an 8-minute session. If you don't want to join me for the meditation, no big deal. Hopefully you can enjoy the sights and sounds of the creek and the river out here in the woods. Thanks for joining me for another adventure in the Blue Ridge Mountains. That was a frigid meditation session out here in the woods, but hopefully everyone enjoyed their little snow globe. It's one of my favorite spots in the world. I really intend to climb up this waterfall face at some point. I do believe that you can make it if it's nice and dry. There's some cool features at the top that I've seen with the drone. I'd love to get up there and check those out. Today is not that day. Everybody out there knows how YouTube works. Subscribe for weekly adventures. Smash the like button for me, and I'd love to hear people's comments below. Get out there and explore. Enjoy the day.